Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been missing in action as I said in my previous video, but I am coming here to right my wrongs. I'm going to try my best to upload as frequently as possible so you can be up to date with everything that's going on with me, my personal life, and just to hear the motivational speeches or just to speak with you guys about anything. So today I'm going to be speaking about competing with others, or in competition with others. And while doing so, I'll be eating. So I'll be trying the famous FUFU and egusi soup. I don't know, I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, but this is the egusi soup, I think, with spinach, the seasonings, and the meat that's in here is goat meat. And this right here is the fufu. I don't know if I could eat all this. It's my first time trying it, so I hope that I like it. I hope that I enjoy it. And I'm going to be drinking water with this. Okay, and this is it. So let me just say a silent prayer before I eat. Okay, so normally squeeze it with your hand like this. And then just eat it. It's actually really good.
Yummy.
It actually tastes good. I like it. I honestly like it. Awesome. I don't know if I eat all those, so I think I'll just cut this in half. I think I'll cut this in half. Just to eat this portion, and yeah. Why don't eat at the sleep back? But yeah, so let's talk about competing with other people and just trying to measure your success with somebody else's success. So let me give this story about when I was in secondary school, right? I was in secondary school. I think I was in 4th form. I can't even remember if it was 4th form or 5th form, but I was in one of the forms and we were doing our exams, okay? We were doing principles of business and I was sitting next to one of my classmates. So I was sitting next to her, and let's just use 2 hours as the time that we were given to do the exam. Let's say in 1 hour, I saw that the girl locked up her paper, put aside her pencil, pen, everything, and she just sat there like this, like she was finished. That's the impression that I got, because pen down, writing stop, paper closed. So I'm saying, was she finished already? That's what I said. So I'm like, what? So quick? Anyway, I was like, let me hurry up. Honestly, I was shocked that she was finished already. I was like, murder, she done already? So I hurry up and finish off my question, and I tried to, let's say, compete with that girl, because I was like, okay, she's finished, so then me will be finished too. So I locked my paper, let's say half an hour after she locked hers. I locked my paper, and I was like, you know what, me done too. So anyway, after that, I said, you know what, let me look over, because normally I look over and over and over and over and over. So I said, let me look over my paper just to make sure, you know, that I have everything. We had probably an extra half an hour left or 45 minutes left before time was up. So when I realized that the girl was finished, no, my bad. After I decided to look over my paper, there's normally section A, B, and C. So let's say section A was compulsory, like you had to do that question. Excuse me. Let's say section A was compulsory, you had to do that section. Section B, you had to choose one out of the 2 questions, and section C, you had to choose 2 out of the 3 questions that were there. I did not read the question properly. Let's say the last section, I did not read the last section properly, so I only did 1 question out of the 2 which I had to do. So each question was worth 20 marks. So can you imagine, just because I wanted to be in competition with somebody, or just because I wanted to match up with that person's speed in the exam, I nearly missed a whole question that was worth 20 marks. Wow. Just because I wanted to prove a point. And probably the girl wasn't even paying me any mind, you know. The girl probably never even have me on her agenda or on her mind. But I was looking at her and I wanted to match up with her or meet up with her speed. So I decided to rush off my paper, act like I'm finished, but then when I read over the instructions, I did only 1 question out of section C, whereas I had to do 2. And the question, 1 question was worth 20 marks. So if I gave up my paper just like that, I would have lost 20 whole marks. So when I saw that, I was just disappointed in myself. And I was like, you see, Nadine, you see why I shouldn't try to compete with anybody else? You see why you shouldn't try to match anybody's speed or just try to be somebody that you're not? Because normally I read over the questions, I look over them until the exam finished. But because now I wanted to compete with somebody else who I'm sure wasn't even competing with me or wasn't even studying me, I almost lost 20 marks. So I just have to say, boy, I was a bit disappointed in myself, honestly, but I just went on and I did the question that I missed. So I was still determined to find out the girl's mark, honestly, because I was like, she can't be finished so quick. She can't be finished so quick, because if in an hour and a half I did the exam, and I almost missed a whole 20 mark question. Okay, I got a notification and apparently it stopped my video. So I was saying, she can't be finished already. Still, I was paying more attention to somebody else than my own self. So after the exam was finished and everything like that, I think it was about 2 weeks. I can't remember, but we got our paper. So the teacher called all of us for our paper individually, and when I went for my paper, I did well. I think either I got a 90-something% or 80 high percent. I think that was my grade. So I can't remember word for word, so I don't want to be dishonest. So I'll just say it was either 89% or probably 92-93%, somewhere about there. So I was like, let me find out from the girl just to see if she would share her grade, how she did on the exam. The same girl that I was trying to compete with. I said to myself, let me see if the girl did good. Sorry if you don't see me eating, but it's just like I can't really talk and eat at the same time. I have to fully concentrate, and this is basically something new. I've never really had something like this, so it's not like I'll be eating it fast like that. I'm still processing the taste. I'm still trying to get used to the taste, but it's good. It's just something I'm not used to, so I'll just be taking my time. So when I asked for her grade, I don't remember her exact grade, the exact grade that she told me, but she didn't do well. She didn't do well on the exam, or she didn't do as good as I did. That is just to show you that you are your own individual. You have your own way of doing things. You have your own way of solving problems, of going about, just doing your own thing. Try your best not to compete with other people. Try your best not to measure up to other people and how fast they get something, or how quick they finish with whatever, whether it's either getting a car or a house, grade, school. Try not to compete with anybody else. You move at your own pace. You take your time. Okay, you take your time and do everything. And something that could help you in school, but before I go on to that, let me finish with the competing with others story. Do not compete with other people. If you want to do something like somebody, you could probably ask them what they did or whatever the case may be, but you don't have to do it exactly like them. So because of my competitive nature, I was ready to be finished because she was finished, and I would have lost a whole 20 marks, free 20 marks, because principle of business isn't such a hard subject, but I would have lost a whole 20 marks just because I was trying to match up to somebody, just because I was trying to be somebody that I really am not. Because in any exam that I'm doing, I take my time with every question. Whether or not I know what the answer is, I provide an answer for that question. That's because, especially if it's like a written exam, you can just say anything and you're sure to get 1 mark at least. You understand? So I normally take my time and complete my exam as any question to the best of my ability. And because I wanted to be like somebody else, because I wanted to match somebody's speed with the time that they finished the exam, I nearly lost 20 marks. But because it was not in my nature to just be finished with an exam, close the paper, leave it done until the time is up, I went to look over, and then is when I realized in section C I had to do 2 questions instead of 1. You understand? So take your time, move at your own pace, and don't try to be in competition with anybody. Be in competition with yourself. Try your best to be better at something than you were a day ago, or 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. You understand what I'm saying? So that I learned a lesson big time on that. And after that, whenever I'm in an exam room, I don't look on anybody. The only thing I do is look on the clock to see how much time I have left to finish my exam. Don't look at anybody. Don't try to be like anybody, especially in an exam where your grades depend on it. That's just what I wanted to say in terms of competing with others and trying to match up with somebody, or trying to be like somebody, and that's not your nature, or that's not who you are. Be your own individual. Don't try to be like somebody else. Take your time and do what you have to do. Take your time and do what you have to do. So do everything in your own timing. If you think you're not ready, don't rush yourself. So if you know you're not fully satisfied with your answer on the paper, unless the time is not up, take your time. You still have enough time until the examiner says, hey, time is up. You still have time to change, you still have time to add, you still have time to subtract. So don't compete with other people. Don't try to live up to anybody else's expectation of you. Take your time, do your best, and you will succeed. So I'm going to end this video right there for today, and I will continue to eat my food. I would advise anybody to try it to see if you'd like it, and so yes, thank you guys so much for, if you reach the end of the video, thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Don't forget to like my video, to leave a comment, and to also subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends, share it on your WhatsApp, share it on your Facebook, so other people can see click my link, and they will be encouraged as well to subscribe. And I guess they could use this tip if they're struggling with trying to be like everybody else in society, or try to do like what everybody else is doing. No, you don't have to. You just be yourself and everything will work out for you. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I want to like say bye, but thank you so much, guys, for your patience with me. Thank you so guys for still having subscribed to my channel. I will try my best to keep you updated as often as frequent as I can. Okay, so bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Okay.